Alright, YouTube. This is the fourth day of Prime. As you can see, I'm still here. If you're, coming into the program, Prime's training program, and you just want to get your CDL and learn, they can get you out pretty quick in a reefer and everything. Mostly everybody has, in the last 4 days, went through training and everything, and now are leaving with a trainer. I'm still here because, to be honest, I actually had a trainer, but I'm going for flatbed. So I'm just waiting for flatbedder flatbed trainer to come around here and pretty much pick me up. So there's not so many flatbed trainers. So once you get your CDL, there's a whole bunch that'll TNT you, which is pretty much it's like team training, basically on the job training, actually with your CDL and everything. So you actually get the whole gist of the company and everything. And that goes on for about 30,000 miles. And then you come back, you do some little more training, safety stuff, and you end up going out in your own truck or leasing, one or the other. It's whatever you want to do. Went over to the pad today, practice straight line backing, a couple other things, did pre-trips. That was fun. Got to come back and basically go over to Millennium Building. They talk to us over there, talk to the trainers, go over a few things, try to hand out medical cards that people don't have them yet and everything. And there's actually some people that went home today that just couldn't for the love of God pass their permit test. So that just hey, it happens. And they'll if you just don't get it, they can't wait around forever for you. But that's why I'm saying probably the best thing you do is get your permit before you come here, and try to get as many endorsements as you can, except for hazmat. They should all transfer over. Found out if you're coming from Pennsylvania, you'll probably have to retake your brake endorsement, because apparently Pennsylvania, they now want you to take your written skills test, and to get the endorsement off your license for air brakes, they want you to actually, I guess, perform the air brake test in front of them. So I don't know how that's supposed to work, because you can't drive air brakes, so how are you going to get a damn truck? But that's how that goes. So basically went over to Millennium Building. This so happens this week's Driver Appreciation Week, so there's free food, and it's good food, and real good food, and it's all free. So I would have took pictures in the Millennium Building, but I wasn't really asking too many questions to see if I could. But you can go on Prime's website, and pretty much what they show is what the building is. It's not going to be like any freight terminal you've ever been in, to in any other company, that's for sure. It's a very nice building. It's I would say it's up there probably with a 4 or 5 star hotel. A lot of amenities, a lot of neat neat things to do for their drivers. Everyone here is pretty much, if they're in the office, they're paid on a either just above minimum wage, a little bit more. Everything else that they do is pretty much trickled down from us. If we ain't making money, they ain't making money. So they're all on commission base. That's one good thing. Robert Lowe's was a driver and everything, and he sticks by that. The drivers are what make drivers fuck up. And guess what? You lose a shipper. That shipper might have been probably $100 of $1 million contract. If you screw up once, you could lose that shipper just from one stupid driver. So drivers have a lot of responsibility. At least at this company. You are the company, and that's really what it is anyway. No drivers, freight don't get moved. So pretty much had a tour. It's a lot of stuff to go over. They have a salon, they have their own legal department, they have accounting for the contractors. They have their own 50-seat or with a 45-seat movie theater with pretty much new movies in it. They have an embroidery shop. Their company store has a lot of you can buy a pair of jeans in there, Wrangler jeans, and you could, they're probably, then you could in a department store, even Walmart probably. They're probably about as cheap as like if you go to like a Wrangler outlet store or something like that, like a Tanger or something. If you ever heard of Tanger, Tanger shops. Their vests, their coats. You can get a really nice, class 3 reflective coat. It's like $26, So, I thought before, when I came here, I thought Prime was going to be a lot of smoke and mirrors, just like any other trucking company. And I'm sure it has their bad. You're never going to find a company that's going to be there for you unless you own the company. So, but they're pretty damn close. I'll give it that. Out of anything, walking around the building and stuff, and even Robert Lowe's office, it's nothing too crazy. He looks like he's in business to make money and not blow it. That's for sure. I'm sure he's got a lot of nice things, and the company's great. But he looks like he knows how to invest his money, and a lot of companies don't know how to do that anymore. They try to buy it. He doesn't even try to buy trucking companies out. Very rarely does. He sits and waits until he makes a decision. At least, that's what the tour guide we had, which was a recruiter, was telling us. Looks like this company's going to be around for a long time. They have a salon. They do massages there. They actually have. You can get at the Millennium Building. If you're a trucker, you can actually get a room for free if you get it quick enough. A bunk. It's a bed, TV, and stuff for 12 hours. So if you're tired and you come in here and there's a bunk available, you can get a bunk. And showers are free too. There's a lot of neat things going on over there. The actual complex on the outside, looks like their maintenance department is, on par with, anybody. Like they got, it looks like a really good maintenance department. They're about, I think they said they're about a 17-acre complex. I can't remember, but it's a huge complex. They even just bought up more. They're pretty much like an industrial park, kind of like, but they pretty much own the whole industrial park. I would say they probably have over here at least 50 acres, I'd imagine, something like that, because they also own there's a truck dealer they have and everything else. So if you're thinking about coming to Prime, it's probably a good idea. At least just even if you're going to come here just for the training and move to a different company or do something else. I can't see it being better anywhere else. Other than that, pretty much I have nothing else really to do. Like if you get stuck here hanging around, like let's say you don't get a trainer or something, or you want to do flatbed or something that they don't have someone available right now, a trainer for. We're still going to go out to the pad. We're still going to train. Until we get a driver. I already met like the flatbed manager, the manager of the division over here, and a few of the dispatchers. Pretty much, I had a driver pull me aside, and he says you need trained. I said yeah, and he thought I was TNT, but and I'm a PST driver, which is a brand new, right out of the box student. But he took me and introduced me to the manager and everything. And I was talking to the manager, and he says, if you need a driver, just tomorrow come back up here, just walk in, just talk to one of the dispatchers, just like that. I don't have to sit around, I don't have to wait. I can go get on a shuttle. Shuttle leaves right here. I can go right to the Millennium Building, and there's a shuttle like every 20 minutes, back and forth. I can go right over to the Millennium Building, walk right up there, and hey, just open the door up and basically ask, if there's any trainers coming, any flatbed trainers. So. They really, and even, there's a few stories that we're talking about Robert Lowe and a few people that had some problems. There was a new PSD. It was a husband and wife and an autistic kid, and they brought him with them, of course. And the daycare here is not, sufficient to take care of, someone with special needs. and he actually paid out of his own pocket someone to come in and take care of that child, for them. Um, there are things like that. If you really have someone who runs a company like that, you can't expect the world from people, but there's still some kind people out there, it seems like. So if you have any questions, any comments about anything you want to know about training, I still have all my training books and logs and everything right now. It'll probably be the time to ask me, because usually when you get on the road, I'm probably not gonna have time to make videos and stuff like that. That's what it seems to everybody else on here that makes any videos. But if you have any questions or comments or anything, just ask, and I'll try to either make a video or get back to you on that. Also, another thing, if you can, maybe not anytime soon, or if you're like thinking about coming to Prime, refer me. My real name's actually on here. It's Kevin Sinitsky. Of course, that's up to you. But we both, as long as I'm still with the company and you refer me, you also get a kickback return on that too. So you'll also get a bonus out of that too. So it gets split right down the middle. So if you can, try to refer me, and you'll get taken care of. So they have a great program with that. They have a couple great programs, bonus programs, safety programs. I heard the pay for reefer, if you go lightweight out of here, is about 42 cents a mile. If you get up in the Northeast, there's supposedly, I think, a dedicated route, or a few that pay an extra 5 cents just because they probably either go in and out of Philadelphia or New York or something. I would imagine that they're going to pay you extra money, but making almost 50 cents a mile is pretty good for even a PSD student. So that's actually phenomenal for a PSD student, for someone just coming into trucking. So if you have any questions, just go ahead and ask, and I'm going to go to bed. A lot of walking around today, so I'm pretty tired. Alright, have a good night, YouTube.